Hello, welcome back. Today we are looking at this problem. Uh, we can we can consider this a simply supported beam loaded in the XY direction with 150 pounds, and on the XZ direction with a 250 pound force. The shaft diameter is 1 1/4 inch, or if you convert that to millimeters, is around 31 millimeters. The goal is to find the deflection at 8 inches away from point A, not the center, but 8 inches from the origin. And lastly, they are giving us the modulus of elasticity of the material, which is 30 times 10 to the 6 psi. That's the typical steel uh, value. So let's start with the modeling of the shaft first. So let's go to new part. The problem is in inches, so make sure that we have the correct units. So let's go to document properties, units, inches. Okay, from here we are going to select the front plane, and so the goal is to create a few um, dots that correspond to the location of the forces and the reaction. So you'll see what I mean. So the first force is located about 5 inches. The next one is 10 inches, but we also need to create a dot 8 inches away from the origin. So let's do that for now. You can follow along and you'll see what I mean. So the first beam or the first point is 5 inches. This is where the first force is going to be located. Then then we have the second interest for our calculation, which is 8 inches away from the origin. This is where the deflection that we are interested in. The next point is going to be the second force, which is 10 inches away from the origin. And lastly, the last one, which is 20, which will be the location of the support. So for now, you can follow and you'll see why this is useful when we are doing the simulation. So once you have all these points, then we can proceed to the simulation. So let's recap. So 5 inches, this is where the first force is going to be. 8 inches, this is where this is the interest. Um, we're interested at this location because they are looking for that deflection at that point. And then 10 inches, this will be the second force, and 20 will be the end of the beam. So once you have that, we can close that. And from here, we can go to the weldment. If you don't have the weldment tabs, you can just right click on tabs and select weldments. Select the structural member. And this is a solid shaft. So if you can go to the standard, select GB, and then from here you can select the round rod. And since we're looking for 1 1/4 inch diameter or 31 millimeters, we can select this one here, this option here, which is actually 32 millimeters, because 1.25 times 5.4, yeah. So we can select the 32 millimeters for this problem. And under groups, let's just select each of the lines that we created. As you can see, we have now a few dots that will be used when we are going into the simulation. Okay, so that's our beam, and the last step will be to go into the simulation, create a new study, and we can select the static under the general simulation, and we can call this deflection study. You can rename this as you wish. Click OK. As you can see, we have a few dots that we can use for our reference. The problem is giving us the modulus of elasticity, so let's make sure that we match what they are giving us. So you're going to select the stainless steel, and then just make sure that this value is 30 times 10 to the 6 psi. Once you have that, you can apply and close. So we selected the right material. Um, you don't have to do anything on the join groups and connections. So we jump to fixtures. This is how we're going to apply the simply supported condition. So fix geometry, and we're going to use the reference geometry, and these are the dots. So we can select the first one. Now it is selected. The reference plane will be, you can select any plane as long as you constrain the support on the X, the Y direction, and also the Z direction. So this is the translation, and we are not touching the rotation on for this particular problem. Once you have that for the first support, we can go back to the second support, which is on the other end. Select it, joint, and then reference plane. Again, select the front plane, and let's constrain the movement on the X, Y, and Z direction by selecting these three buttons right there. Hit OK and close. The next step is the load, so external load, and then select force. One more time, we need to select the joint because that's what we have for this problem. So select the first one. This is going to be the 150 pound force. So that will be the location. The reference point will be, again, you can select any of the front plane or top plane. If you select the top plane, then the force will be normal to that top plane. So which will be this one here, and you'll see in a minute. So this will be 150, but make sure that you select the right units. So let's go back, put 150, and right here we can increase the symbol size so you can see the direction of the force. So we need that to go the other way. We can just click reverse, and that's the 150 pound force. That's the first force. Click OK. The second force will be this one here, not this one. This one is the 8 inches. This is the we're going to use that for the to find that deflection at that location. But the other force is located right here. For the reference plane, we can select the front plane, and the force in this case is 250, normal to that plane. As you can see, the direction of the force, and that's what I wanted. If that was on the wrong direction, then you can just reverse it, but that's fine with me. And then hit OK. So we have the two forces and the fixation. So let me just go back to the fixtures and increase the symbol size so you can see more or less how they are. So that's the first one. Let me just double click and go back to the second one and increase this, make this 500. So you can see the constraint. So the setup is complete. We can now mesh and run the simulation. So as you can see, the simulation has been completed. We can double click on the displacement result. By default, you get these two results, but we can modify a little bit to find what we need. So if you double click on displacement, the first thing is, let's change the units to inches so we can see that deflection in inches. So let's go to now options, make this floating. So you can see the results change. It's easier to read that way. And decimal places, we can just leave it at 3. That's fine. If we go back in, I always like to show the minimum and maximum um, values. As you can see, the maximum is happening about at the center, 0.012, and then the minimum is at the support. There's no deflection there. Um, so the question is to find the deflection not at the center, but 8 inches away from point A. So that's why we created this dot. So we know that this location right here is 8 inches. So for that, we can go to the plot tools and then probe. And then if you can zoom in, you can select right there because you know that's 8 inches. And also to confirm, you can see here the X, Y, and Z locations. You see that the X value is 8 inches, 8. So that means 8 inches. And the value and that deflection at that location is 0.012. That's the results that we're looking. So now let's compare that to the theoretical values to see how far we're off from the simulation. So as you can see, um, we are actually matching the hand calculation, and SolidWorks is very accurate doing this type of simulation, so we can rely on it for all these kind of problems. And um, and this is how you find these deflections problems. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.